In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on January 20th, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. New Orleans Pelicans versus Orlando Magic. The Orlando Magic played their first home game in nearly 2 weeks when they welcomed the New Orleans Pelicans to town. Orlando fell to Denver on the final contest of their 5-game road trip, and the Magic have now dropped 3 of 4. Orlando was down most of the game against Denver, but they took a brief lead with under 5 minutes to play, ultimately falling short by 3 points. Orlando lost the rebound battle 39-41 and scored 60 points in the paint. Markelle Fultz led the team in scoring with 19 points, and Ball added 17 points off the bench. New Orleans was handed its worst loss of the season against Miami and have now lost 3 of 4. The Pelicans lost the rebound battle 38-43 and scored 48 points in the paint. New Orleans also had 18 turnovers. CJ McCollum led the Pelicans with 21 points, and Jonas Valanciunas finished with a double-double with 18 points and 10 points. Looking at the betting trends, the Pelicans are 3-8 against the spread in their last 11 road games, 5-0 against the spread in their last 5 games against a team with a losing record, and 2-5 against the spread in their last 7 games overall. The Magic are 7-3 against the spread in their last 10 home games, 8-2 against the spread in their last 10 games against a team with a winning record, and 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 games overall. Head-to-head, the over is 5-1 in the last 6 meetings overall, and the Pelicans are 2-6 against the spread in the last 8 meetings overall. The Pelicans are shorthanded again as Herbert Jones, Brandon Ingram, and Zion Williamson are all out, while the Magic are still without Chuma Oak and Jonathan Isaac. The Magic will be back on their home court after a long cross-country road trip. They should enter this game fired up to grab a very winnable home game. Orlando has played much better at home this season, scoring an average of 6.8 more points per game in their home arena. New Orleans has shown their weakness in the paint, and attacking the painted area was what helped Orlando claw back in their last game. I expect them to attack the basket here as well. The Pelicans have really struggled since losing Williamson to injury, and their confidence took a real shot to the guts after getting smashed by the Heat on Wednesday, so I'd rather go with the team who should be well rested, as they haven't played since Sunday's narrow loss to the Nuggets. So the Orlando Magic to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. New Orleans has played quicker on the road this season, averaging just under 100 possessions per road contest. With the, at times, suspect ball handling of the Magic, I expect New Orleans to generate many points from fast breaks. Orlando has been more effective in the paint their last few games, and the Pelicans been a bottom-half team in defending the paint this season. Orlando also has shown they can generate a healthy amount of points from their second unit as well, with multiple bench players averaging double figures. Lastly, I expect New Orleans to have several second chance points in this game, as they have continued to be strong on the offensive glass. The play is the over, which is 5-1 in the last 6 contests between these 2 teams. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. New York Knicks versus Atlanta Hawks. This Friday, the New York Knicks will travel to Atlanta to take on the Atlanta Hawks. Tip-off will be inside the State Farm Arena. This will be the 3rd time that these 2 teams have matched up this season, as the Knicks won the last meeting 113-89. The New York Knicks are coming into this one after falling to the Washington Wizards 116-105. They struggled on both ends of the floor in that game, as they will have to be more efficient in this one if they want to challenge the Hawks on the road. The Atlanta Hawks are entering this game after defeating the Dallas Mavericks 130-122. They look great on the offensive end of the floor, as they consistently scored throughout. They will have to stay hot in this one if they want to take care of business at home. Looking at the betting trends, the Knicks are 26-7 against the spread in their last 33 road games, 4-0-1 against the spread in their last 5 games following a loss of more than 10 points, and 6-2-1 against the spread in their last 9 games against a team with a winning record. The Hawks are 4-12 against the spread in their last 16 games following a win, and 16-5 against the spread in their last 21 home games against a team with a winning road record. Head-to-head, the under is 8-3 in the last 11 meetings overall, and the Knicks are 20-8-1 against the spread in the last 29 meetings in Atlanta. The Knicks could be shorthanded here, as Mitchell Robinson could sit out after leaving Wednesday's game with a sprained thumb, while the Hawks don't have a single player listed on the injury report. These teams split their 2 prior games this season, both straight up and against the spread, with the home team taking care of business each time. This will be the first time that Atlanta has been favored against New York this season, and just the 4th time over their last 10 games. The Hawks are shooting 50.8% over their last 5 games to the Knicks' 43.7% in the same span. On average, Atlanta has also made 3.2 more field goals than New York in that span. 3 of the Hawks' wins in their current win streak have come against teams currently sitting playoff spots. So they aren't just beating up on slouches. They have won all 4 of those games by an average margin of victory of 7.5 points per game, and 3 of those games were on the road. The New York Knicks have been road-covering machines dating back to last season, but I'd need more points to consider them here. The Atlanta Hawks are as healthy as they've been in a while, and they've played their best ball over the last week. 4 straight wins, and a couple of those over legit playoff squads in the Heat and Mavericks. The betting trends favor the Knicks, but they've cooled off a bit with a couple of losses on the trot, and I'd rather go with the Hawks to keep the momentum at home and get their 5th straight victory in this spot. So the Atlanta Hawks to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The 2 prior games this season between these two were both granted a total of 233, and both games went under by a large margin. In the first game, Atlanta was held to just 89 points. In the second, the Knicks just scored 99. New York's shooting has been pretty bad of late, hitting .201 for .459 over their last 5 games. Combined, these two teams have averaged 83.6 made field goals in their last 5 games. For the Knicks, the under is 4-0 in their last 4 games versus a team with a straight-up winning record, per pickdawgz.com. The under is also 5-1 for Atlanta in their last 6 games at home versus a team with a winning road record. 8 of the last 11 meetings between these teams have gone under, and 5 of the last 7. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Golden State Warriors versus Cleveland Cavaliers. This Friday, the Golden State Warriors will travel to Cleveland, to take on the Cleveland Cavaliers. Tip-off will be inside the Rocket Mortgage Field House. This will be the second meeting between these two teams this season, as the Warriors won the last matchup, 106-101. The Warriors are coming into this one after defeating the Washington Wizards 127-118. They also battled with the Boston Celtics on Thursday night. Golden State will have to stay efficient on the defensive end of the floor if they want to stay competitive in this one. The Cleveland Cavaliers are entering this game after falling to the Memphis Grizzlies 115-114. They struggled at the free throw line as they only shot 66.7% from the stripe. They will have to take advantage of their free looks at the line if they want to battle with the Warriors at home. Looking at the betting trends, the Warriors are 7-16 against the spread in their last 23 road games and 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 games against a team with a winning record. The Cavaliers are 17-7-1 against the spread in their last 25 home games and 3-1-1 against the spread in their last 5 games against a team with a losing record. Head-to-head, the under is 5-0 in the last 5 meetings overall. The Warriors are 16-5 against the spread in the last 21 meetings overall, and the Warriors are 7-0 against the spread in the last 7 meetings in Cleveland. The Warriors are shorthanded again as James Wiseman and Jonathan Kuminga are still out, while the Cavaliers are keeping an eye on Donovan Mitchell, who sat out Wednesday's game with a groin injury. The Warriors will be playing for the second night in a row, having had to visit the Eastern Conference leaders in Boston on Thursday night. Friday night signals an end to their 5-game road swing and the second of 2 back-to-backs this week. They did win on the second half of their early week double, beating Washington, but on the year they are 2-4 on the second half of back-to-back games this season, with the losses coming by an average margin of 22.5 points per game. They, like most any team would, tire out much easier in that second game. The Warriors aren't getting any younger, and the second of 2 back-to-backs in 1 week on the road will surely take its toll. Cleveland's offense has been performing well lately, and couple that with their defense and an extra day's rest on the Warriors, and things are leaning in their favor. The Cavs actually played very well versus Ja Morant and the Grizzlies on Wednesday, and Darius Garland is playing very much like a key piece to Cleveland's success. Even if Mitchell doesn't return to the lineup, Cleveland has shown sure enough that they can compete without him if they have to. So the Cleveland Cavaliers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The under has gone 5-0 in the last 5 meetings between these teams and 5-2 in the last 7 meetings in Cleveland. Over the last 3 meetings, the Cleveland defense has held Golden State to an average of just 102 points per game. With the Warriors on the last leg of a 5-game road trip, I really like Cleveland's defense stepping up and holding Golden State's offense down once again. That'll help us greatly with what we want to do here. The Cavs, and more succinctly their defense, has played to 24 on dares this season. The under is 5-0 in the Warriors' last 5 games versus a team with a winning record. I firmly believe Golden State will be running out of gas in the second half and will be counting down the minutes until they can return home. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.